Hey everyone, I have some tips to help you guys grow in your manifestation process. So take these as like manifestation tips in order to attract certain experiences into your life. Yes, we always manifest. Everybody's manifesting even if they don't want to. You can manifest a cup of coffee by going downstairs to get a cup of coffee. You can manifest even the smallest thing, right? So like, let's just be clear that like everybody is capable of manifesting, and manifesting is something that we do with or without knowing it. Like we always are manifesting something. We're manifesting the next experience in front of us. We're manifesting constantly, right? What we're trying to do is deliberately manifest something that we want to happen. So we want to be able to control these manifestations. So that's why I'm here in this video to talk about experiences we want to manifest, like controlled and deliberate experiences into our reality, and not just like willy-nilly experiences that we could care less about and that don't align with our divine purpose, etc., etc. Like we want to manifest real things, real experiences that we want, basically desires, right? We must circle back to what it is that we think about most. So everything is going to start with the thought. What are you thinking about? That is usually going to be the point of attraction for your manifestations. It is mostly what you think about. So if you are constantly in a state of fear, anxiety, thinking about really terrible things and entertaining the scenarios of like the worst case possible happening, then that will be your experience. And so that is where you need to put a halt. You need to stop doing just that. You need to stop fantasizing or whatever it is that you're doing about what could go wrong. Like that is what you need to stop doing. That is so important to stop. Like, please just stop in your tracks. Look for the next best feeling thought. That's first. How are we going to find the next best feeling thought, you ask? Well, I suggest you make a list in your notes. The things that raise your vibration, meaning things that can pull you out of a funk. For me, I'll give you some examples. I made a list: Harry Potter, coffee, online shopping, thinking about my son, or thinking about family members that I adore and our interactions together. Anything that will trigger a new emotion that is not stemming from fear, guilt, shame, all of these lower vibration, fear being the biggest one. Those lower vibrations are going to take away your opportunities right in front of you to manifest really good things. And what we're doing, right, is we're building momentum. We're building momentum. And it starts with these little thoughts. Like you're doing little happy thought on top of little happy thought on top of little happy thought. By the time you have at least like 5 to 10 happy thoughts, you're building this momentum that's pulling you out of this current vibration of where you are currently manifesting, which would be fear, guilt, whatever. Maybe you weren't even that low in the vibration spectrum, but what we're doing is we're just raising our vibration, and we want to stay there. We want to stay as above that lower vibration at all times, okay? So as long as you can hang out in that general area, your manifestations that you experience will be significantly better. The key in all of this, I want to say, is building momentum. It is so overlooked. People don't really understand that concept. You can't just be like, I'm happy, where's my stuff? Like, I'm ready for my stuff. Your stuff is not here yet because you haven't been hanging out in that general area of happiness momentum. Like you're building, like it's the compound effect. We're like creating this like stack on stack on stack. Before you know it, you're climbing this ladder of a good feeling, and you need to make sure you stay there for as long as you can. Someone would say milk it. Abraham Hicks would say milk it, milk the desire, milk the feeling you have. So if you're happy, and sometimes, wait a minute, sometimes you'll have this lingering feeling of the guilt come back, like, oh, you shouldn't be happy. Okay, another time, put it to the side. Be like, okay, you know what? I will be unhappy another time. Right now, I'm building momentum. Today, I'm building momentum. I want this certain desire. I need to remember my only job is to feel great, because that's what's gonna bring me my desire. I'm trying not to be all over the place. I just get so passionate about this because I don't think people realize how easy it is to know that they are deserving, know that they deserve their desire, and just how easy it is to just have this be your everyday. Let's get into another topic. Let's talk about money. This is a very popular problem with everybody, a very popular issue, a very popular manifestation, something that a lot of people, I could say as a collective, want to call in. How do you feel when you think about money? You're thinking, I'm broke. Oh man, I don't want to pay that $200 insurance bill. I'm late. Oh, I'll pay it tomorrow. I don't want to think about money right now. You know what? Screw everybody because they don't deserve it. Those Kardashians, oh man, those politics, like they have all this money and what are they doing with it? No. Stop it. Stop. Now let's look at that concept a little bit more general. You are feeling not good about money. Let's hear it. Kim Kardashian doesn't deserve money. So you're thinking that money is not something that people should have, especially them. You're thinking people are taking money and they're using it to take advantage of the world. You're thinking money is this tool for bad people to use. How are you gonna use that if that doesn't align with what you're trying to do with money? Money is the most generic, neutral thing in the world that we put all this belief on. We are the ones that are like, okay, money gives me this, money causes this, money does this. We are the ones putting this belief. It's like a blank piece of paper. The concept of money is a blank piece of paper, and we are just putting our belief of what money means to us on it. So you need to go and circle back to how you feel about money and really look that in the face and say, am I against money? Do I hate money? Do I low-key want to bring in money, but I'm against it and I'm resistant to it? What are your beliefs around money when it comes to your family history? How did your family handle money? Like, what was the theme around money for your family and growing up? Did you always feel like jealous of the people that had more money in your neighborhood? Were you thinking, wow, this family treats money like it doesn't even matter, they should be more grateful? Like, all of those little things create this big core belief of how you see money, and that is playing into your world right now about what kind of money you're bringing in, how much money you bring in, the money that should be in your experience to make you have a better life, or whatever it is that you want it. You need to go circle back and say, what is my relationship with money? How is this playing into why I'm not receiving enough money, my desire, what I'm calling in? Because we associate money with abundance. We're thinking money makes us really abundant, but that's not the only form of abundance. There is so many different ways to have abundance. Money is just a one avenue way to have a certain type of abundance. So let me explain this now. I bet you that a lot of your desires that you're calling in, the house, the significant other, the traveling, whatever it is, you don't even actually need money. You think you need money. That's just a very 3D level of thinking of how you're going to get to that desire. You're saying, if I had a better job, I would get to this desire. If I had more money, I would get this significant person. They would see that I'm worth something. Okay, no. You can skip that part. You can manifest the experience first. You don't even need the money. You're just using money as a way to like connect the dots to bridge the concepts of your desires. You're like, if I had money, because I could do that, right? I could do that in my experience right now. I could get a better job, and then I can get to the traveling and I can buy the ticket. Right. That's how you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm the one. You're like, I'm the one that's going to control my whole reality and get myself from A to B. No, you are not. You're actually, what we're going to do today, okay? We're actually tapping into the higher power that's going to take us there. And it's not about money. We want abundance. We want our desire. We don't have to limit that to just getting money to do it ourselves. We're going to ask them, the big guy up here, life, universe, whatever it is, to fill in those blanks of our desires. Now, let's circle back to the whole, we need to stay in a better vibration to attract our certain manifestations and experiences that we're calling in. Like I said before, we are already manifesting every day. It is so easy for us. We do it with a thought that we originally want to do. I want to go to the gym. Poof, you're at the gym, right? It's those small little manifestations, but we're actually trying to call in the bigger manifestations, right? And we are writing these timelines that exist. Like, think of it as like these timelines of like with every decision you make, they're these like tiny little timelines stacked on top of each other, which is every decision and every different alternative reality of like the decisions we make and what we do with them. So depending on what timeline you're on, it's because of what vibration / mood / emotional energy you're entertaining. So let's say these are the layers, right? Imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all your timelines. This being the highest timeline, because this is where everything is just vibrating at such a high level. And then there's all these littler, tinier as we go down the vibrational spectrum of like what these timelines look like. So this might be a timeline of events at the very bottom that are like worst case scenario, right? Let's say you're right in the middle of them because you're doing things in and out of your vibrational standpoint. You're like going up from, oh, I'm in a high vibrating state and I'm riding this timeline, all these great things are happening, oh, but something terrible happens, so you bump right down here and now you're entertaining this timeline. And so that's kind of how you have to think of it when you're having like a series of events happening in front of you that aren't ideal. You need to think, okay, I must be on a certain timeline. Let's look at my vibration. Let's look at my, like, what am I calling in? Like, what mood am I entertaining right now? Am I stressed? Like, where am I pulling these experiences? Okay. So that's something we need to look at when calling in certain experiences. Once you become self-aware, you have more control than you think. You have more control than you think when it comes to manifesting whatever it is that you've been calling in for months, even weeks. Okay. And then here's where it gets crazy. This is the part that really like shakes me up every time, because as a pretty good manifester, in my opinion, getting most of the things I've ever wanted, and I'm still doing that till this day, I have run into blocks myself. But this one thing is what really, really does it for me, okay? And it's really hard for most people, but it's to let the idea go. Like Abraham Hicks would say, you've launched a rocket of desire, okay? But you can't, and this part I'm making up because this is my own analogy, but you can't put a string to that rocket and expect it to go very far. And that's what you're doing when you hold on to those desires, because you're not letting that rocket launch. You're letting it go as far as you'll let it go, but you're creating this resistance, because at the end of the day, that string that's holding that rocket from launching anywhere is coated in just recognizing you don't have it. It's like, you're holding it and you're like, why aren't you free? Why aren't you launching into my experience? You're holding the string. You're paying attention to the fact that it's not here yet. Why are you entertaining that? And a lot of other creators have said this, which I loved. I think it's Aaron Dowdy, but he was like, you're entertaining. He didn't say this. He said, what are you doing when you're looking for love? You're looking, you're not having, you're looking. You're doing something different. So anyways, let it go. That doesn't mean that you're abandoning the desire. Your next step would be to embody the feeling of having it, because remember, everything starts here first and then projects into your reality. I don't think a lot of people remember that really big concept when it comes to manifesting. That's what needs to happen, is you need to really embody already having it, because that is where the juice of the formula sits. It's like you are the vibration. Like if we're communicating to our reality with where we stand vibrationally, wouldn't you put yourself in the best feeling thoughts and the best feeling vibration that you could possibly think? Of course, it's like you can't fake that. So how are you going to get there? And that's why we go back to our list. We're going back to our list of things that pull us out of a funk. Harry Potter. Okay, I'm putting on Harry Potter. I'm getting lost in my world. I am lowering the momentum of those other thoughts that are, I don't have this desire, I don't have money, I'm broke, I'm lonely. Those things are all to the side, because right now, I'm focused on giving my energy to this one thing that's lifting my vibration, making me happier. By the time that movie's done, 2 hours later, whichever Harry Potter I'm watching, I get a text from so-and-so because my vibration was in a better place for them to find me. They were on a better vibration. I'm on a better vibration now. If I'm vibrating down here and so-and-so, I'm waiting for a text from so-and-so and I'm not getting it because we're not on the same vibration, because they're over here and I'm down here. By the time I'm up here, they're able to connect to me, because that vibration is actually something that resonates with them. That's a more likely vibration to find me on than where they could have found me down there, because they're not there. And the beauty of linking up with people in certain situations and circumstances at the same time is that there's a resonance when it comes to aligning. Like, you need to resonate and you need to be at that same level with that person, place, or thing and align with that. And so anything that does come into your experience is something you're aligning with, whether it be bad, good. Let those situations, experiences, and people be the proof of where you stand vibrationally. Do you know what I'm saying? So as an experiment, and usually I would say start this first thing in the morning, because this is when your thoughts are at a very low momentum. You have not built all of these thoughts on top of each other. You're starting completely fresh, like a blank piece of paper. When you wake up, make sure those first 10 to 15, 20 minutes are really good things. Maybe don't check your phone. Maybe don't look at your bank account. Whatever it is that's gonna lower your vibration, save that for later. Like, as much as you can, put all of those things to the side for as long as you can, because we're raising our vibration. Maybe something that makes you really happy is your little sister, your little brother, your kid, your auntie, your cousin, that really good conversation you had with that one person at Starbucks. Like, that one opportunity, milk it till you can't milk it anymore. Like, think of, and be delusional. Like, that's where that comes from, is like, anyone's delusion, anyone's dreams, it started here first. It did not show up for them first. Like, people need to understand that. You need to understand that. It was started from your imagination, your creativity, where people told you it's not gonna happen, where people were like, that's a silly dream. Like, they're silly for that. They're the silly ones because they don't know that you create it first. You know what I'm saying? Start in the morning, get yourself on a better vibration, have better thoughts, milk it till you can't milk it anymore. Anything to interrupt your high vibrating momentum, put it to the side. Don't react, because a reaction is also going to create more of, I know I feel like I'm yelling at you guys. I just get so passionate and I just like really want everybody to win. And I know that a lot of people have these blocks, and I'm here to tell you, like, you can get through those blocks, because you do deserve what you're calling in, and it has been a long time coming. Like, I know that you found this video because you're looking up ways to just get out of your own way. So I'm here to kind of break that little wall that you have between you and your desire, and just like full send when it comes to what you want, because everybody, most people, they're on this boat of trying to call in this one thing and they have a block, right? And usually that block is something that has to do with their vibration. Start right now, build momentum, get really happy. If there's something that's you're holding on to that's like making your vibration lower, you need to really examine that and figure out, why does this matter? And this is my biggest block. Like, I'm looking at my block right now. Like, I'm upset that I have negative $200 in my account, okay? Example. That is a block. So that is blocking your happiness to create more happiness. So you need to put that block to the side, because what you're doing is getting rid of that bad feeling. You're creating yourself a different reality with your vibration. That is the most important thing to you right now. You should make that the most important thing, because you don't want to feel like that anymore. You're done. Like, we're going up. We're up and up. Okay, so make a list, get some sleep, take a nap, start with a new, fresh idea of how you're gonna build momentum to get your desires.